Like you start off an opening statement.
You've been really proud of our guys. I thought they played with a lot of energy tonight. Didn't think we got out to a great start. That's got to be a credit to Lafayette. I've known Bob for a long time and does a great job. They've got a really good team. They were minus long tonight, which had to have hurt them when you lose a guy averaging 18 and 10. But Peyton's so difficult to guard. We knew coming in we weren't going to be able to stop him. You're just trying to contain him. I mean, he's a guy who could potentially go for 30, 35. And so, really excited for our guys. I thought our crowd was very involved. I think in particular our student section. Those students have been phenomenal. They bring great energy. All the Greeks, you know, when you talk about the Pikes, the Kyle Megas, the Kappas, all those have been unbelievable, and I just hope they'll continue to show up.
After they got out to that 10-point lead early, what did you see differently tonight as opposed to Saturday?
Well, number one, I didn't think we tried to do it individually. I thought we moved the ball a little bit better than we did on Saturday. I thought we rebounded the ball better. You know, we got beat 13 on the last Saturday night, and we ended up winning the last, I think, 6 or 7 tonight. Of course, like I said, I mean, that's without them having long. But I thought our guys had good energy. I thought, even with that being said, you know, they start the second half right there and get 2 offensive rebound putbacks. Those are their first 4 points in the second half. They beat us 16-10 on second chance points, and that's still an area of concern where we've got to continue to get better.
Did the absence of Long, did that change anything? I mean, did you learn about that in enough time to really change anything, or how did that affect you guys at all?
Well, Bob had mentioned something to me early in the day.
Okay.
I wasn't for certain that it would play out that way, but I mean, yeah, it changes your focus. I mean, because Long is a guy that you've got to double, whether you're digging down or trapping with your other post. We weren't in a situation where we had to do that without him in there.
You mentioned after Saturday, you know, you didn't think you had enough guys kind of stepping up when Will was struggling. Were you even though Will played pretty well, satisfied with the complementary pieces tonight?
I was. I mean, I thought we moved the ball better. I thought we drove the ball better.
Yeah.
We still have spots to where we settle for jump shots, and you've got to swing the ball and look to drive it in gaps. And we get tentative at times. It's not our makeup, you know, to have guys that really drive the ball hard. We've got a couple guys that's kind of their DNA, but it's not the makeup of our entire team. We've got to continue to get better at that.
How did you get them to do it tonight, though? Because it seems like you did it in spurts in the first half to chip back, and then you kind of laid off a little bit, and then went back.
Well, I thought Kimiosi made a big play right there in the second half. Shot clock's running down. He didn't settle for a jump shot. He drove and got an and-one. Those are the plays that I'm talking about. Josh had a couple when we went flat, and he was able to drive it in good space and finish at the rim.
Do you think you guys fed off that technical pretty well? Just, you know, the 2 points, and then you got 4 points out of that possession. Do you think that turned things a little bit? You were down 6.5.
Yeah. That's a situation that Will went there and made the free throws, which you've got to do. You've got to capitalize on that. I thought our guys had a better focus coming in to the night, and that didn't equate to a great start. I mean, we started in a hole. But I thought overall, our preparation today was better. Our practices were better the last couple of days than what we've had at times.
Did you feel like this week after he struggled so much Saturday, that he had put that behind him? You know,
I think as the week went on.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I talked to Will late Saturday night after we'd gotten back here. I called him. I know we had other coaches that reached out to him. And my whole point to Will was, that's one game.
Yeah.
You're having a great season. You can't dwell on one game. You got to give credit to Arkansas State. They took us out of what we wanted to do, and you know, you can't let one game. You got to handle a little bit of adversity. And I think he did. I thought on Monday in practice, I thought he was a little bit tentative, and anytime he'd miss a shot, you saw a little bit of body language. But as the week went on, he was fine.
I think he made his first shot about 4 or 5 minutes in Did you kind of know then that maybe, could you tell, at least from body language or anything out there tonight, that he had put it behind him eventually?
Oh, yeah. And I think even yesterday in practice, I really do. I mean, Will's had an outstanding year. I mean, anybody who's averaging the points he's averaging and rebounding the ball the way he is, and he's defending well. I mean, he's doing what he's got to do for this team.
Is that it?
I got a couple. Coach, the last game, was that last game one that you just put behind you, or was there anything that you could go
Well,
back?
no, we've got to learn from it. I mean, we've got to learn from our mistakes in that game. We didn't rebound the ball. We didn't have the energy from the start. We didn't have the fight, the passion that we've got to have to defend. And we didn't have the kind of ball movement that we needed. But it wasn't a game that I was going to sit there and dwell on. It's like I told our guys, I think I mentioned it to Troy coming out of it. If somebody had told me on January 1st that through 8 conference games, 5 of which are on the road, maybe 5-3, I'd have probably taken it at that point. Now you get in that situation and you won't be 6-2 or 7-1. But I mean, we've had road games at Texas State, at UTA, at Western Kentucky, at Georgia State, and at Arkansas State. And that's not a real cupcake type schedule. I mean, but you play the schedule that's dealt in front of you. I mean, you play the hand you're dealt, and I think our guys have handled that well. And I think to come out at 5-3 and come back home, and this is a good win for our guys. And as I said earlier, I mean, I know they were without Long tonight, but they're a good basketball team, and they're going to win a lot of games.
Is that it?
Thanks,
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.